Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Sunday, November 5, 2023, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. When we give up on this false way of being, we give ourselves space to discover our true self, which is directly tuned into our spiritual essence in this liberated space. We feel connected and know we have access to states of deep, eternal, loving acceptance of who we are. We abide in openness, love, joy, peacefulness, curiosity, compassion, and easily have reference for ourselves just the way we are. From this place, it is easy to forgive ourselves, be kind to ourselves, love every aspect of ourselves, and have compassion for the state we were once in. It is from repeating the feeling of having this warm, open-hearted, cozy sensation that we will turn ourselves into a healing magnet and manifest a dis-ease-free body throughout our lives. Eventually, all of us will come to the understanding that love heals everything and love is all there is. Karizuko. Now, if you have trouble loving you or finding someone out there who loves you, think about someone or anyone from your past who gave you an experience of being accepted or lovable. Perhaps it was a smile from your grandma, or a neighbor brought your family cookies one day. Any loving event is enough to open the door to finding that feeling of love within ourselves. And it is this feeling that can begin healing our entire life. When we harness memories that build positive energy in our emotional body, our mind tends to gather a string of similar events in our database. By writing down all the memories you have of receiving or giving love, accepting gifts from others, and trusting yourself in others, you increase your vibration and feel more at ease. This ease cannot energetically stay in a body that is filled with joy and ease. We eventually were moving towards. Some of us sense it, others, we kind of feel something there. We don't know what it is. And those that sense it kind of are starting to embrace it. Because this is where this civilization is actually headed. Where we will not need machines and equipment and technologies to do things for us. We will be able to do it ourselves. But you can see the progression. You can see the programming, right? In society, the human psyche, and what we've been presented with for so long as a civilization. And we will discover this and many other things because we are the supreme being. Now, we're talking about the God within these bodies. We are the supreme being. You are the supreme being. And yet, thinking yourself to be separate from it, you strive to become united with it. What is stranger than this? Ramana. Now, when we look at ourselves, this is part of loving ourselves deeply and eternally. And we're not talking about ego-mind. We're talking about heart-mind. And once we, on our own, embrace this fully, our motivation to stay in the now is off the charts. So we focus on our breath. We're in a relaxed body position, like a statue, but relaxed. And we listen to the space between heartbeats. This is the now. And once we discover that the now is all that there is, this is when, because the ego mind is not in the now, this is when the ego mind will begin to understand that it is no longer needed. Some people would think, well, if we don't have the ego mind, we would become just weak, powerless. Actually, the opposite is true. We will become more powerful once the ego mind has been put to rest. And we've talked about magnets, and we've talked about magnetism, and we've talked about our magnetic energy in the meditations. We all have specific frequency of energy. Specific frequency of energy. We create on our inner world, right? And what we create in our inner world must be matched by our outer world. If we are feeling positive and happy, right? You've done this before, more than once. We will magnetize circumstances and people that mirror those positive qualities back to us. Now, I'm not saying that we consciously, maybe some of us, but because of this lightheartedness, feeling positive and happy, then we magnetize circumstances and people that mirror those positive qualities back to us. Through the power of placing our intention on the intention of what we wish to manifest and feel it as if it is already here now, we can effortlessly attract anything we can imagine on our outer world. The reality of this basic manifesting principle may feel unreal to many, outrageous, or miraculous for you. Yet it is the law that governs this universe that we all live in. Well, how do we know that? Because it's been proven. What we focus on, we attract. Period. It's been proven thousands and thousands of times, maybe even millions of times. By summoning feelings of great joy mixed with the sensation that our desire has already come to fruition, we can actually watch our hidden desires spontaneously show up in our world. So, for example, if you're continuously feeling, thinking, and vibrating like a millionaire, and we're not talking in the head, the ego mind, we're talking heart mind, 24 hours a day, and never having any other ideas than this, you're bound to attract people who have millions in the bank to you. Or perhaps you will create a situation in which this magnitude of money will physically show up in your life in some form. The millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, quadrillion, however much vibration that we send out has to boomerang its way back to us. And large amounts of money must organically find a way to sneak into your life. Then why isn't that happening for all of us? Why is it just a minority? Because we let the ego mind get in our way. That's what happens. The ego mind gets in the way, and then we doubt, and we question, and it fades away. What we think about, how we think about it, is what this universe yearns to unfold and develop for us. Doesn't it make sense? We've been brainwashed through programming, okay? Is it our fault? No. As a baby, how do we, we're an empty vessel. I mean, we're like a sponge waiting to have water poured on us. So this is why we go into these meditations, to begin to understand ourselves, not judge ourselves, and understand what and who we truly are in these bodies. I mean, omnipotently powerful supreme beings. That's a fact. And because of our programming, we view things totally different. We view things that we are minor, yet we're not powerful. We might think it at times, but it fades. We have this vast, empty field of energy all around us, yearns to fill it with the ideas and desires bubbling up inside of our hearts and minds. See, all of us, I think that there's a lot of people that believe that manifesting some kind of special gift that some people have. But it isn't. It's a natural power we are all born with, and we can never, ever lose. It will be how our body and mind operates in this world until the day we leave these bodies. The people who are aware of these manifesting laws and align their life with them are the ones who experience outrageous success in their lives in extremely short periods of time. It's good to know that we all have access to this power equally. Nobody is greater than anyone else. That's the ego mind. No human was born with more manifesting power than another. Because some people would think that, right? Because you see somebody and you're viewing and say, they must have more. Well, I would like to have their manifesting power. The funny thing is, you do. It's a natural state of being for us. Now, some people have trained their mind to focus more acutely and are able to hold their awareness on what they desire for a longer period of time. That's the only difference. Another law of manifesting states that the length of time one can hold their attention on their intention is proportional to how long it will take for that desire to show up in the physical world. For example, if you can hold your mind on the feeling that you already are financially free for 4 minutes, without having any other random thoughts enter, you will manifest the money twice as fast as if you could only hold your attention span for 2 minutes. But what happens? We have other random thoughts enter. We have doubt come in, fear come in, anxiety come in, disbelief. One of the manifesting laws that many people are not aware of is that we gain immediate full access to our deepest manifesting powers when we release all doubt and disbelief around the intimate spiritual connection we have with existence. Doubts serve as a barricade for all of us and stop the positive energy from flowing through. As well, they leak negative energy into our system. The less doubt we have inside, the easier it becomes to feel we deserve to receive the end result we wish to manifest. Doubt, however, is not so easily erased by free will. We must choose to discover something deeper than doubt to uproot its grasp on our lives. We must choose to realize our spiritual connection with this universe. Learn how to feel at one with everyone and everything, including doubt. We must mentally, emotionally, and physically unite with every energy in this world. The more relaxed we are on the inside, the easier it becomes to harness the creative energy that is all around us and connecting everyone and everything in our lives. Now, it may seem like a big fabricated lie. Yet, material desires are designed to find their way into our lives with precision and effortless ease. When we stop believing in the illusion of apparent separation and know on a quantum metaphysical, beyond physical level, that we are living in one great ocean of conscious energy, we open the energetic manifesting gates in the path before us. As long as we feel disconnected from this universe, the universe feels separate from us. It always mirrors back to us what we are putting out into it. It honors our response to it, reflected to us whatever choice and perception we are making. It cannot break this great law of like attracts like. This universe will only withhold our desired outcome from showing up as long as we continue maintaining a feeling of separation from it. When we give our attention, we give our soul. One moment of pure attention is worth a pound of gold, Lisa Guyman. Another foundational law of manifesting, which will turn us into manifesting magnets, is this. We cannot stop manifesting. We do it 24/7. Our lives are due to what we manifest, whether consciously or unconsciously or subconsciously. We cannot stop manifesting. Whether we are aware of it or not, we are constantly creating everything around us. We were born as extremely powerful manifesting magnets who are already forming every aspect in our lives through our beliefs about what is real and what is not real. Whether we are consciously choosing these beliefs or regurgitating them unknowingly, really listen to what we believe is true. The more you can honor this truth, the more amazing your life will become. Spend a few minutes a day with this feeling that you are a manifesting magnet and cannot stop manifesting. Feel into this idea so often that it sinks completely into the deepest belief system within you. You will soon find its truth showing up in every aspect of your day. it is possible for us to retrain ourselves. Because most of us, that's a given, that we retrain ourselves to believe in any version of reality. If and when we want it bad enough, we simply need to be more honest with ourselves about how stuck we may feel in our lives. It is our pain that ultimately motivates and inspires us to bring about enormous, deep change. When everything is going smoothly, we have no deeper yearning to shape-shift our belief system. Do we? When everything's going great for you, is there any motivation to really change or shape-shift your belief? No. It is only when we feel into our deepest pain that we yearn to remember just how amazing, lovable, and powerful we truly are. Now, if you have felt challenged with this idea, some people are, that you are a powerful manifesting being and simply do not believe anyone can create anything they desire at any time, then you are creating exactly that world for yourself right now. We define our limitations of what we are capable of creating in each moment. Each new moment of this journey. Our reality is continuously being formed and shaped around us, and our thoughts are constantly molding themselves into the form of our reality. Thoughts are always flowing, moving, and creating our experience of life in each new moment. Each moment of life is so fresh and new that it behaves much like a blank canvas that we can paint anything we want on it. You could suddenly choose to paint a sailboat and imagine it taking you into a new direction of your life by pointing your inner rudder towards an entirely new dream destination and life goal. You could choose to give up years of financial struggle and shift into thinking, feeling, and becoming a highly effective manifester in just a few minutes. By merely holding your attention on integrating this manifesting mindset without a single doubt entering, you will rewire the neuronal pathways in your brain and begin amplifying the manifesting magnet hidden within you. When your entire being is completely alert and relaxed, feeling sweetly centered in the core of your body, that's why these quiet times in the meditation are so important. The mind becomes very quiet and very, very, very still. When you can relax enough and get a continuous river of confident, peaceful feelings come flooding inside, you'll start to realize how you are already attracting, creating your dream life. Then you can feel into your deepest connection with life, where the most intimate personal realization is discovered that this enormous manifestation power is your very nature. From this paradigm, we know there is an unlimited amount of energy all around you and all of us. And anything is possible. Because once you realize and you feel this, that there is enough energy in a single cubic meter of space to boil all the oceans in the world. Richard Feynman. That's massive beyond compare. The problem we each encounter in manifesting our dream life is that the mind actually enjoys getting caught up in the world of distraction. It revels in the dramas that have some form of lack and limitation. See, why do you think that there are those that try to convince the population that we're in a lack of civilization, lack of planet, lack of things? The mind loves having excuses and fears to overcome, as well as doubts, disbelief, and worry to rise beyond. The mind tends to ignore our real power because if it didn't, we would have to stop feeling part of society and be an outcast, feeling excluded from the powerless trip that a majority of people on this planet seem to linger in. Ultimately, the mind doesn't want to become too much like the black sheep, who doesn't fit in with your community of people who get you, as that is not a safe form of survival. This blinded mind is resistant to seeing how this universe is constantly working for us and not against us. This is another huge law to realize and abide to. Life is inherently benevolent and has this natural tendency to send an abundance of good things your way. The mind will not always see it, and some minds cannot see it at all. Yet life is always working to help you grow, evolve, and mature along your spiritual path. Perhaps you may have forgotten this is why you were here and got caught playing in the world of trying to manifest things and overcome doubt. When this concept becomes a self-realized way of being in life, miraculous things will begin showing up from nowhere, out of the clear blue. Now, if and when you feel you are ready to totally break free from all limiting mindsets and transcending all stuck, old-fashioned beliefs around manifesting, the following principles will be useful to adopt in your daily life. Simply digesting and implementing these basic manifesting principles will shift your consciousness and make a huge difference in your ability to create the life you yearn to have. Now, the first interesting one is stop trying to manifest. Realize that you already are a super powerful manifesting machine. So you don't have to try so hard to manifest what you want, like a lot of people do. Then they get frustrated, irritated, upset, stressed. So just relax. Enjoy the ride. Allow your desires to unfold on their own accord. Like anything in this world, if we are gripping on too tightly and trying too hard, we're living without trust and obscure the goal-making life much more challenging than it truly is. Trying comes from hoping, which eventually leads to hopelessness and desperation, struggle, and fruitless results. The trying energy contains the ingredients of fear, insecurity, and a feeling of lack in this divine connection within you. The manifesting magician in every one of us is powerful because she is relaxed, trusting, and knows the core is already perfectly aligned with this divine creative connection. There is no doubt, hesitation, or anxiety inside. There is only the deep knowing and belief in the law of attraction. Positive outcomes on the outer result from positive feelings on the inner. When we follow this magical formula, our lives can only develop greater wisdom, love, abundance, and freedom. Power is choice. Isn't it? Power is a choice. Do not be afraid to use your manifesting power, because it is needed on your path to find true freedom. Real freedom is not available for those who deny their power and choose to remain in their own internal prison. The people who are living the life of their dreams are doing so because they chose to empower themselves by believing in their dream. A very firm decision was made inside themselves that this one life is not going to last forever, and they must take advantage of this creative opportunity while it is here. Only from a conscious, empowered place can we open up to receiving the most rich, loving, abundant, healing experiences life has to offer. We are already intimately connected. Success in this life can only manifest through being connected to the one universal source. All failure, poverty, sickness in life comes from feeling and thinking that we are separate from this source, this one source. When the mind ego gets in the way, believing it is superior or inferior, it blocks the manifesting flow of energy. Manifesting comes naturally and effortlessly to those who are not creating a division in themselves, thinking any part of them is unloved, unwanted, abandoned, or unworthy of success on any level. The moment we separate ourselves, we negate our connection to Source and meet head-on with strife and struggle. Feeling connected to the one universal God Source is the foundational ingredient needed for becoming a master of manifesting. From the master's perspective, desires may manifest or they may not manifest. And it really doesn't matter. The master doesn't care so much about the desired physical outcome, because the real goal to feel connected with God right now is always the same. Enjoy this moment and be happy. The very moment you're in. Enjoy it and be happy. The essential goal of life is to be happy. Isn't it? For all of us? Isn't that what we're doing in this life? We're constantly seeking happiness, some way, shape, form, or another. When we are aligned with this, life aligns with us. Magical things manifest when we are deeply happy inside with who we are, exactly the way we are, and the way our life is in this very moment. When we are not attached to thinking that manifesting our desires is then going to make us happy, then we are free. When we are not attached to thinking that manifesting our desires is then going to make us happy, then we are free, truly free. The manifesting master inside us knows, of course, that we may become momentarily happy when a desire manifests. Yet this happiness is minuscule compared to the deeply loving sensation of being connected to the infinite source within us. Be detached from the outcome. Most of us are attached. We are attached to outcomes, things. Whenever we are attached to a certain outcome to bring us happiness, we are coming from a fearful, needy place and ultimately feeling disconnected to our source. When we are simply relaxed with ourselves, at home, in our being, able to rest in our heart, we naturally feel connected with our source. This spiritual connection is already the foundation of our being. And finding mastery within it is simply realizing what we already always are. This divine connection really boils down to a moment-to-moment choice in this life. We are always choosing in each moment if we are or aren't connected. We are always choosing if you're coming from trust or fear. Our entire reality is defined in this now moment. We can choose to be happy, feel deeply at peace, empowered, grateful for our life just as it is. We are the eternal choice maker of how we interpret the feelings arising in us and the thousands of thoughts passing through us. Attachment is the most powerful way. It is the most powerful way to stop your desires from manifesting. Attachment is happening every time our body feels tense, tight, stressed, confused, upset, or grumpy. Every time you are not experiencing great joy, you are attached to something. Every time you're not experiencing great joy, you are attached to something. It will feel like you are swimming against the river, upstream, fighting the current, trying to force something to happen by pure will alone. What's the payoff you're getting for remaining attached to these desires, dreams, or beliefs? Find out what it takes to let go and trust in the divine process of life. Whenever you feel anything that is not connected to ease and joy, just ask yourself the simple question: what am I attached to? Your freedom and enlightenment is as simple as that. Know that you are beyond all desire. You're beyond it. Fully master the world of manifesting starts with a test of how well can we have a burning desire for something, yet not get lost in the fire of that desire. It's like walking that fine edge between living in this world, yet not of this world. The secret to walking this edge is relaxing into this pure, untainted awareness that is looking through your eyes and listening through your ears. This is your only avenue for freedom, as it can become very easy to get consumed in the excitement, thrill, fear, wild energy that surrounds your desires. We all want to feel truly alive, and when desire hits us, everything lights up. Yet, it is the real master who can feel the fire, honor the passionate heat, and not get cooked by the intensity of the juicy outcome or what we would expect will manifest. The master chooses instead to be constantly warmed and nourished by the warm, pulsating heart of the great source within. Feel ecstatic that there is no end to life, that when you have reached on one peak, Suddenly another peak starts giving you challenges. Another one, a more arduous climb, more dangerous reach. And when you will have reached the other peak, another peak peaks upon peaks. It is an eternal Himalayas of life. Osho. The most interesting dimension to shifting our consciousness is within the melting and merging of polar opposite experience. When we feel our deepest connection to the source, we are also allowing our worst limiting feelings and beliefs to arise. It's always in our darkest hour when the brightest light shines in. The change in perception hits us when we are no longer fixated on a polarizing perspective. Meaning, the instant we detach from gripping onto a harsh experience, we create space for gentle, healing feelings to flow in. It is in this meeting of opposites, the melting of polarity, that we transcend all absolutes and discover what real freedom is about. So my invitation for you here is recognize the enlightened manifesting master inside you. Step into playing this role in your life. Find out what is stopping you from taking your next step into becoming truly free. What will it take to follow these principles above that I've just shared with you and begin to live the laws of manifesting? Play with your beliefs. Notice which ones you are attached to and hold on to throughout your day. Get to know yourself. Most people don't know themselves. How in the heck are they going to know anybody else? Understand what is causing all the suffering in your life. If perhaps you don't know what this is, seek out what you were attached to. What limiting thoughts, beliefs, and feelings do you have around these attachments? When you find notice, and when you find what's causing the most pain in your life, you can liberate yourself from it. You will see that behind every experience of suffering, some form of attachment is found. Beware of attachments. Yet more importantly, be aware of where they came from. When you investigate, you may find there are many, many, many tiny little desires and attachment to those desires, which are running your entire life. The good news is that the more you are aware of these attachments, the easier it is to step back from them and not buy into their story. It's like you say, not interested in engaging in that. Thank you very much. Freedom from attachment is what gives us tons of extra energy and focus to consciously manifest our desires. Once we truly detach from all fiery desired outcomes, we will never become upset, irritable, and unhappy with this world. Freedom from attachment is what gives us tons of extra energy and focus to consciously manifest our desires. Once we're truly detached from all fiery desired outcomes, we will never become upset, irritable, and unhappy with this world. Now, it's very important to remember that being detached does not mean being disconnected or not caring about your future. This is a very fine line to walk, and learning to dance along it is what makes us a master. After the day is done, it all comes down to how deep we feel connected to this one universal source that is creating who we truly are, living 24 hours a day from that all-loving space, we won't need to be attached to any outcome to find happiness. We will be the source of happiness itself. Then, manifesting our desires for money, love, a car, a house, a relationship, etc., all occurs effortlessly on its own accord, because we are not at one with the source itself. You are born. We are all born with a tremendous possibility of intelligence. We are born with a light within us. Listen to the still, small voice within. That will guide you. Nobody else can guide you. You are utterly irreplaceable. Osho. I'll join you in meditation, and I'll return to close us out.
Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose. And take an easy and slow breath out of the mouth. Remain still. To be spiritually awake means you are fully present to this eternal celebration of life in each moment. There is no judgment about good, bad, or right, wrong. You are simply in a state of awe and gratitude for what is. This is a completely effortless task. Yet even effortless is too much a word to truly discover it. Go about your day even more freely, lightly, and effortlessly than you have ever in your entire life. Make celebration of existence the number one commitment throughout your day today. Take this with you for the rest of the day into the evening and night, the following morning. We will return here Monday, November 6th, 2023, 3:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest. Eternal gratitude at all times, no matter what's going on within you or outside of you.